Bonifacio Global City has a lot of options for nightlife and golf. Yeah, you don't have to hit the course if you want to knock a few balls. Go ahead and knock some balls. Come on, who plays golf in heels? Look at her go.
Oh, nice.
Crazy.
Is it hard enough?
Oh, it's hard, baby. Thanks, man. And knowing me, I would freaking knock the beer off the table. That is one hell of a beer, man. It's like doing curls, man. Nice sausage platter on the golf course.
Yeah, I was all over the place.
I thought you were at the Ipswich.
There we go.
But
Some credit cards with my employees.
After Rose and wow, you're almost at the green.
So many options for nightlife here in Metro Manila, and yeah, a lot of times you just make it nuts, blow it out. Party bars, nightclubs, cheap bars, but then you got this. Very, very, very chill.
Yeah.
Very nice aircon, not too loud. Actually playing 18 holes tonight.
Yeah, it's nice. Here.
Can't believe I'm drinking Bud.
Third
Drinking
shot.
shots.
Fifth
And these girls are drinking,
cocktail.
what are those? Pina coladas?
It's a muffin.
Damn.
Diba?
I'll tell you what's crazy. We're only on the 10th hole. I'm 4 beers in. And like, we're starting to yell. Like, someone makes a shot, it's like, whoa! Someone shanks a shot, it's like, no! Now that's a beer. Jeez. It's huge. GolfX BGC Citibank building. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, you're right there with us.
Final score. Mr. Fine. Of course he killed us. Shot under 100. I actually shot close to 100, which is surprise. And then the girls over 100, way over 100, but within 4 points of each other. Which just goes to show, despite the fact that we're all, well, except for Mr. Fine, we're all amateurs. Women cannot compete in men's sports. All right, I'll leave it at that because the hate's gonna roll in. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, numbers don't lie. By the way, I'm the only one that shot a par tonight. Thank you. I received comments telling me how there is no VIP or high-end nightlife in Poblacion, Makati. That it's only where college kids go for cheap food and nightlife. And while there is plenty of that, there are also classy, upscale establishments like this one, Dr. Wine. Come to dinner, reserve the chef's table, get a wine pairing for each chef's gourmet course, get top-notch service, and of course the bill. Yeah, there are no college kids sharing in this type of high-end VIP dining and nightlife experience. This is one of the spots where you'll commonly see parties of local TV celebrities. These are adults dressed to the nines. They've got 10 or more bottles of wine on the table. Now, a little bit later in this video, we're going to talk a bit more about the college scene and how to get in on it or avoid it. It's not even 11 o'clock and the grabs are just rolling up, unloading honeys outside of Royal. I had to get here a little early tonight to make some arrangements, but just waiting for the crew to come in, having a little bit of puff, you know what I'm saying? Actually, don't take that the wrong way. We got a cigar going. I'm sorry, but they are all super fucking cute.
Now I know the reason why. like students here.
Why is that? So we've been noticing something over the last couple of weeks at Royal. There's like an absolute like boatload of super young folks at Royal, and she's telling me now the reason why she thinks is because they're all promoters.
I just listen to her conversation.
Oh, it's because she's listening to us.
People want to go to the table.
But the weird thing is about promoting at Royal, because she's a promoter at Royal, and Octopus and Movida and all kinds of stuff. That's why we got you covered. When you come to Manila, it gets you the best tables. Like tonight, we got upgraded, like I was saying before. So the thing is if you're a bona fide promoter, you're in a promoting network. It's like, you know, on WhatsApp or Viber or whatever. And what ends up happening is they want you to book the table before 9 because they don't want them hanging around outside trying to like glom onto people and be like, hey, look, you want a table? All right, we'll get you one. And then they go in and they like try to book it last second. And so I don't know how they think they're scamming the system, but it doesn't work that way. Or maybe they got a guy and they're already waiting for him. Who knows? But they're damn cute. But really, like, strangely enough, over the last couple of weeks, like, I've seen people roll into Royal look like they're 15. I mean, Filipinos look young. Young Filipinos look young. Got just like rolling in like crazy, man. Damn, she looks fine. Fantastic legs, great dress. Jesus. Welcome to Manila, baby. As a PMI project manager, you learn to manage risk assessment. And there's 2 factors that you look at. 1 being probability, 2 being impact. And then you average those 2 together to create your risk assessment, right? Well, in the Philippines, I'm thinking right now we've got insane level, but we're not measuring risk. What we're measuring is petite and hot. Or maybe that should be petite and cute. I don't know, but like petite and cuteness level outside of world, and like risk level insane.
Remember that I mentioned we would get you the best tables in the clubs in Manila? Well, tonight, I think we had the 8-seater booked, but they upgraded us to the King 12-seater table. No extra cost for us, which means no extra cost for you. On a weekend night, they know we're going to have as many as 4 or 6 more people joining the table. And when those guys roll in, they don't just sit down and drink out of the bottles. They throw down for more bottles. Another 4 or 6 people at the table is another 2 or 3 bottles plus mixers and probably shisha on the table. That's where the club makes its money. That's why they're going to upgrade you, because you know you're going to bring in people that are spending. In a club like this, you got your main floor. That's filled with cocktail tables. Those are the ones that the teenage promoters are selling out. They'll get like 5 people, say, hey, everybody chip in 1,000 and we'll all sit at the table. Well, actually, you're not really even sitting, because those are standing cocktail tables. The way we do it is we'll all chip in for one of these big tables. Now, even with the chip in, these tables aren't cheap, but it's going to throw 3 or 4 bottles on the table. It's going to throw a ton of food on the table. 1, 2 shishas. It's just going to keep coming. And it's going to last all night. And this is just the first phase. In an hour or 2, we're going to have a whole nother set of our folks rolling through to join up. We usually end up having so many bottles on the table that even with all the extra people that roll through, we just can't finish them. It's not going to be one of those nights though. We're going to kill everything. We had a huge crew, and that's one of the great things about Royal. They don't really seem to mind if you exceed the head count capacity at the table by, let's just say, just a little bit. Whereas their other club, Octopus, yeah, they're a little more hardcore about that. If you know it's going to be a blowout night and you know you're going to have a lot of people rolling through, Royal might be the better spot for you. Octopus, they're definitely going to limit how many people you have at your table, and they're going to limit it hard. And if by some impossible miracle in the universe we actually don't finish all the booze that we have on the table, the bar will keep it for you until the next time you roll in. When phase 2 of your crew rolls in, they're just going to throw more bottles on the table. It's sort of how it goes in Metro Manila. And like I said, we don't always finish them, but on a night like tonight, with all the girls and my bros at the table, yeah, we're going to knock through every single one of those bottles. I was saying the tables aren't cheap, but you're gonna order more stuff than you can possibly imagine or finish in an evening. Unless, of course, you bring in round 2. And then maybe take it downstairs to after hours, the last call bar. Yeah, we'll take a look at that later in this video. As if a full blowout night at Royal wasn't enough, there's an after hours bar just downstairs. It's named Last Call. When you got a big crew rolling, there's always going to be folks that want to hang loose until way past the sun comes up. And the great thing about Last Call is that all the booze that you have left over on your table, or food or mixers or whatever, they'll let you bring it downstairs and keep drinking it here. For us, it's more of a chill out, play some pool, smoke 'em if you got 'em kind of scene. Yeah, this is actually the smoking section for the club, so they do let you smoke in here, and you can even smoke cigars in here. So what's cool about after hours is there's other folks that were in the club that are going to come down to party. Maybe you wanted to catch their eye upstairs, but it was a little too busy or chaotic. Maybe you did catch their eye and didn't have a chance to talk to them. Well, now you got another chance. That's right, baby. Last call.
Wow. Rolling out, like literally rolling out. And it's I don't know, it's 7 a.m. It's like 7 a.m. These fucking boys. These are guys that care of us, man. This is why we... Oh my God.
Every week, I publish members-only videos that include behind-the-scenes insights and information that I can't really share on public YouTube. So if you want to know what's really going on in Metro Manila after dark, check out the links in the video description below for more information on channel membership. Let's take another look at Royal from a different perspective. Some nights, we don't roll with those big VIP tables. We just come in and grab a cocktail table. It's about 5,000 pesos. That'll put a good bottle of booze on the table with some mixers, and it's good for 5 people. Yeah, that's not bad. And the vibe on the floor is completely different. It's more of a dance groove. You're going to have an incredible mingle element going on. The girls want to party. You're going to have tables next to you. You're going to be high-fiving people. You're going to be clinking drinks with people. You're going to get right in the mix. And that's what makes the vibe a little different when you're rolling with a cocktail table. Now, also, you're going to find that it's a bit of a younger crowd down here. And that's going to go one of two ways for you. They're either going to be super interested, super into it, or they're going to be a little, I don't know, standoffish, cold. They're going to have to warm up some. That's where the shots come in. Seriously though, the great thing about one of these little cocktail tables is you don't have to, plan it a week in advance. You don't have to have a couple of guys that are going to chip in. You can just roll in off the street and get ready to party. It's almost like an afterthought. Sometimes me and one of my guys will just be like, hey man, you want to scope Royal or Octopus or something? Just roll up. Hey, give me a cocktail table up front or wherever you got one for that matter. And let's see where the action goes. Now, most of the time we actually kind of invite a couple of girls, end up joining us at the table, but it's kind of like bringing sand to the beach. Not like sand doesn't like sand in Manila, if you know what I'm saying. Believe it or not, it's easy to meet new girls when you're rolling with a couple Filipinas. Especially foreign girls, but you don't really see a lot of them rolling solo. Normally, they're groups or couples. It's kind of like the girls are what she got that I don't got, and how can I show him that what I got is better? Yeah, it makes for an interesting night, that's for sure. Wow, next level. Trying to compose my thoughts, even though I'm just literally half wrecked, I'm not gonna lie. But, Club Royal, obviously the OG, right? The chaos machine said it all before, but you watch enough of my videos, you're like, bro, it's the same shit all the time. It's like Royal, after hours, blah, blah, blah. But let me ask you one question. Why? Why do you think it's the same shit all the time? Because it's freaking blowing up, man. It's next level. So if I had to rank the clubs, I'm not gonna rank the clubs. I'll tell you why. Hey, good. You don't rank the clubs, you rank the night. And if I had to rank the night, I would say cuteness factor, hotness factor, fun factor, sexy factor. So Saturday night in Manila, blowing out a club. I mean, cuteness factor in here tonight. Oh my God. It's all hot librarian honeys in there with all their little glasses, their little Harry Potter glasses, their thick ass glasses, their big I don't know, horn rim lenses. I don't know what you call it. There's a ton of little hot librarians in this place tonight, and they're cute as hell. And sometimes members only content is just a little too hard edged. I lay on the straight talk pretty thick, but it is what it is. Members always get straight up dope. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm really just scratching the surface of Metro Manila here. There is so much going on here in the city that it just defies belief. I'll bring you videos every week featuring nightlife, but not just the blowout parties, dining, chill spots, classy spots, exclusive spots, and hole-in-the-wall spots where you can get a fantastic meal super cheap. Or maybe you just want to hit one of the underground dive spots and play some pool. Manila's going to have a vibe or a scene for just about anything you can imagine or want. And again, thank you so much for watching the video. If you liked it, go ahead, hit that thumbs up button. Definitely subscribe for more coming up from Metro Manila and the fantastic Philippines. And check out some of the links in the video description below for more information about channel membership or how you can score an epic night out like this with me and my crew.